Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, welcome to the Daily Grind. How you doing out there this morning? Good, I hope. I hope you're having a great morning. Hope you have a great day today, by golly. All day long. Let's get to it. Life. Everybody's life is totally different. Nobody's living life the same. Nobody's experience of life is the same. There may be some similarities, but they're just not the same. And this is for a number of reasons. One, even though we are all connected, we're all individual humans. We all have our own brain, our own thought process, our own way that we figure things out and understand things and do things. It's totally different. One from the other is totally different. Even people that were brought up in the same house think differently. Two, think about your life experience and the way you were brought up and how you lived and learned and understood. Now imagine somebody in a totally different situation. Say you were brought up in the city. You lived in the city. You learn how to survive in the city. You learn what not to do and where not to go and what to do and where to go. And you just learn to live that kind of way. Now think about somebody that's lived on a farm their whole life that's never even been to a city. That maybe it's a huge farm and, that requires 24/7 attention. Some of these people may never even get off that farm into town, never mind into a city. Their life experience is totally different than yours. So the way they think and the way they act and the way they process is totally different than yours. So to judge somebody else is kind of ridiculous because you have no idea what their life is like, what their life experience is like. It's nothing like yours. So how can you judge somebody when you know nothing about them? Well, how can somebody judge you when they know nothing about you? They can't. You can think you know about someone else, but all you know is about your own experience and how you process things and how you do things. You can't know how somebody else does it, especially what's going on in there. Like I say, there could be some similarities, but they're just not the same. No two life experiences are the same. They're all unique. It's kind of just like God. God comes to people in the way that they will understand, their own unique way. Everybody says, this is how you find God. This is what you do with God. No. If you lived a totally different way and you understand a totally different way, you're going to understand God a totally different way. And my experience has been, I've been in a bunch of different spiritual programs. God shows up in a way that you will understand, a way that works for you. And it may be totally different than the person right next to you. At first I thought, well, these people just ain't getting it, They were getting it, all right. They were getting it in a way they would understand it. That became very clear to me a couple of years into a particular spiritual program that I was in. All these people were having different experiences, but they were having experiences, and they were good experiences. But they were having their own unique experience. God came to them in a way that they would get it. And it's like, wow, that's pretty cool. But that's God. God's, He's one God, but he's an individual God at the same time. God dwells inside of each and every one of us. So if we're all having our own experience in our own way, then we're going to have our own experience in our own way of that too. There's just no way around it. And, if you're looking for God, you don't have to look far. Just look within. He dwells right within you, within all of us. God lives in all of us. There's no way around it. Even if you don't believe it, he's still there. So anyway, just understand that people do things the way they do things because they're having their own life experience and they understand it in their own way. And when you can look at it like that, it might help you just relax a little bit and not be so judgmental. I'd rather look at somebody and say, wow, isn't that interesting that they live that way? Anyway, how are you going to teach a kid? That guy's doing it wrong, that guy's doing it bad. Or would you say, isn't it interesting how they do that? Makes life a lot more interesting, a lot more fun, and a lot less judgmental. Anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Just remember, everybody is living their own life experience, and it's not the same as yours. We're all different in that area. Have a good one. See ya.